Be one out there. So here's what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna do a reaction video. I'm sure that people have heard, and hopefully the volume is cool, the mic is cool. I'm traveling, and I realized I left my cord to my mic, so it might be kind of, the sound might not be the best. I'll try to speak up. So what I want to do on this one, obviously, is I want to do a reaction video on my take. For those of you who have heard the Faizon Love or haven't heard Faizon Love on Vlad TV speaking about reparations for the FBAs. And, this is like becoming a trend. So let me just play the video. See how we're going to play it. We'll do it like this.
In California,
Yep.
where I live, there's a committee that is now that Governor Newsom actually pushed for over a reparations program. We posted this, and one of the people that was actually in the committee responded and kind of corrected what we said. And what she said was she's part of this committee, and based on economists that they have hired to basically look into reparations and the housing wealth gap and so forth, the economists have recommended $223,000 per person in California who is a descendant of
Fuck
slavery.
that. Fuck that 23,000. You know what it is? Fuck that.
I mean, listen, this nigga sounded like a drunk ass Uncle Rucker's fat, funky, washed up comedian talking about fuck that. Let me ask you a question. If they were speaking about reparations that he was qualified to get, seeing that he is actually Cuban, he's Cuban, B. So he's not even qualified to get, let alone speak on the reparations. But if you think that he was qualified to receive reparations, do you think he would be saying fuck that? See, it's odd to me how these cats that come from other spots, and listen, if you're a tether, you're a tether. You're getting to work. Just because you're from a different, if you're black but you're from a different country, that doesn't mean that we don't like you or we don't love you or anything like that. But if you inject yourself in our politics or push a narrative or come against us, then yeah, it's time to knuck up. That's the whole purpose of FBA, and understanding the specific lineage and identifying that, and not allowing other people to speak on our behalf or against us without us calling them out. And it's not a coincidence that every time they ask somebody about reparations, they never ask somebody who's going to be pro reparations. They always find someone who's going to go against the grain, one of these coons or one of these tethers that's going to go against the grain so that they have sound bites against our claims and demands for reparation. And that's why even like Umar Johnson, as much as I fuck with Umar Johnson, I've protected him literally. I've protected him online, on different platforms. But what he said about reparations was garbage. Straight up. Garbage, Garbitron. It was no good. It's something that now our enemies can use against us. Now the ops, now the mainstream media can now use these sound bites from our own people speaking against reparations. Let's continue though.
That's that's another trick bag. You know that why? Because that money's gonna go right back to Cadillac, right back to motherfucking Benz. Fuck that. You know what?
Okay, listen up. This is the argument that I've been hearing way too much about what people are going to do with their money. Whatever they want to do with their money is their business. You can't go to someone's job and tell their boss, hey, yo, don't pay whoop-de-whoop because he's gonna buy an eighth as soon as he get off work. He's gonna get a bottle and go, go to a strip club and trick off half of his check. Don't give him his check. You couldn't do that. Why do you care about what other people are doing with their money? How come all these cats that's doing that right now don't regulate right now? The ones that's saying that we shouldn't give reparations because people will trick off their money ain't telling people already tricking off their money that they shouldn't get checks or regulating what they do with their checks. Let them do what they want to do. It's not even my business. Look, if someone without a home that has a drug addiction now could put a roof over his head, and now doesn't have to beg on the streets or break into your car or rob you for their fix, ain't that better? Ain't that an elevation in standards of living, which is what reparations is supposed to be? Based on the fact that we've been handicapped from elevating because of generational lack of access to wealth. Even though we built the type of wealth that made even his parents want to migrate here. So whatever people want to do with their money is their business. I know people who will know what to do with that money, self included. I'm sure people listening to this will know what to do with the money. Have something that they can elevate, some type of business they can activate or elevate, some type of land, something that they're going to do, some investments they're going to make. But regardless of what people do with their money, it ain't your business. That's a dead conversation and a dead argument for we shouldn't get reparations because we're just going to give it right back. Don't project that on us. Don't project that energy on us, that behavior on us.
It should be, black people should be tax exempt.
Nope.
Because when you were a slave, you were tax write-offs.
Now listen to that argument right there. And look, I ain't against that. But if you're going to say that instead of a check, fuck to the no. Hell to the nah. To the nah, nah, nah. Hell to the nah, nah. Fuck no. No. That doesn't even equal. You're going to stop, charging us income tax? That's what he's going to get into. And then they're going to have a big debate about when income tax came. But we're not going to save enough income tax to elevate ourselves. I'm sorry. You're not going to make enough money to where $223,000 of tax breaks because of income tax is going to elevate your standard of living unless you're already millionaire. It would not at all decrease the wealth gap. It would not leverage us. It would not be sufficient for repayment for the wealth our ancestors built. No reparations can be. Definitely not tax breaks, free education, or any of the other goofy shit. Adjustments in the, justice system. None of that shit's going to equal out that can really catch us up for what we've been left behind because of slavery and Jim Crow and discrimination and all these other things. Not being able to have access to home ownership, which is the most common way people pass down generational wealth, is through home ownership. Someone's great grandpa owned a home, fix it up, it gets worth more and more. They leave it to their kids, stay in the family, it grows in value. Then they, leverage that into other homes. That's the most common way people gain wealth. Home ownership. We've had a lot of obstacles in that department. We built the wealth that even makes it even mean anything. We built the wealth that made him want to drag his raggedy ass out of Cuba to come here. Now imagine us going to Cuba, watching black Cubans struggle and fight for equality, and we're going to get in the way. We're going to go out there, make money off of their culture like he did. Because, I think this is the same dude as Big Worm. I'm not sure. If it ain't Big Worm, if Faizon Love and Big Worm ain't the same person, then I don't even know who this dude is, really. But I know he's a comic, and I know that he made a way by tethering on to black culture and being accepted, promoted, celebrated, and supported by FBA. So here he comes, benefits from our culture, and then he wants to go against our demands for reparations. when he wouldn't even be in this country if it wasn't for us. If we didn't build the wealth of this country, no one would want to be here. If we didn't pave the way politically in the 60s, he wouldn't have been able to get here. So now he's going to come here and tell us, fuck that. Like he's all drunk and shit. Fuck that. Don't give them niggas nothing. Like a drunk uncle at a Christmas party or some shit. This cat is jumping out the window with this dumb shit. Tax breaks. Because that's what the slaves were. They were tax write-offs. Nigga, would you stop the fucking fuckery? Stop that clown shit. Like, I don't even get, like picture us going to another country, going to Africa somewhere, Jamaica somewhere, Haiti somewhere, and interfering in their fight or their political endeavors and getting on the wrong side of the game. Like, this cat came over here not to help us with our struggle as we have helped him with his struggle and supported him to be in the position he's in. He's coming to speak against us getting what's justly ours. For real. The audacity of these cats. And that goes for all these cats. If you had all this smoke, if you had all these genius ideas that you could bring forth to help us, you should have used it where you came from. You should have been speaking that slick shit to them. Because these tethers bring their raggedy asses over here from countries that have been exploited by Europeans. So they come over here. They leave the wealth of where they're at. See, those countries are exploited by Europeans in a way that all the resources are extracted for Western interests. That means European, United States, Canadian. And then they put some puppets that look like them in office to regulate, control, and get a piece of the pie from what's being exploited, while the general population is struggling. So they come over here for a better life with smoke on telling us. They want to tell us how we should approach our struggle, how we should fight, and they don't even have a record of fighting. Because if they did, they would be doing that shit over there. They be checking those that are in power that are aiding the Europeans in extracting resources from their homeland. You come from Nigeria with all that oil, diamonds, gold, all that uranium, everything under that earth, where you guys should all be living wealthy. But you're not, because England's getting most of that. And then the people that they have on top to manage that shit. And instead of checking them, instead of checking the house niggas where you came from, you came here to be a house nigga. You come here with your white Jesus at a time where we're gravitating back to our own spirituality and doing our own thing. You come here with your white Jesus and your ideas that you got from Europeans about us, and you come here to assist them while benefiting from us. And then you wonder why we're checking you and separating ourselves from you. Because you're the ones that they use against us in the media. Because you're more than willing to be used that way. Until something happens to you, then all of a sudden you want our help. Fuck that. Hold your own nuts. That's why we have to ride as FBA, to check this type of shit. That's why we have to make the distinction between us and you. We tried the kumbaya. We tried it. We tried riding with y'all. We tried saying it's all in together now. We tried that shit. Y'all didn't want no parts of that shit. And now I'm seeing exactly why. Now I'm seeing. See, because a lot of these cats get to slide in there because they look like us, and they might not have the accent, or they may come from a spot that was also dominated by English people, like Jamaica or something, so where their names will look like ours. So we don't really know. That's why we had to start checking y'all resume, checking your background. We had to pull background checks on you niggas now. Because it would make sense you would come over here, you'd be fucking with us, you would have our back. We know how to fight this beast. We've been doing it. Y'all don't have a record of fighting. That's why you're here. So if you ain't got our back, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Instead, y'all come over here like, fuck that. Fuck the reparations. Yeah, because you don't get none.
The taxes were created to fund the Civil War.
So this argument is it's really it's a waste of time. Now he's gonna fight it. They're gonna argue about when income taxes first came into play, and it was during the Civil War to fund the Civil War. Who gives a fuck, nigga? We need the check. We don't need no tax breaks. You can add that on to the check in addition to the check. You can add land in addition to the check. You could add gold. You could add gold, Bitcoin, all that to the check, or with the check, we could acquire all those things if we desire. And if we desire Cadillacs, then we could buy Cadillacs. If we want to get dripped, we get dripped. We want to buy some kilos and get into business, we do that. Whatever, wherever your mind's at with it, you do that. But at least you got something to do it with. Those of us who know better, we're going to do better. But then again, even the cat that's going to fuck it all off, that ain't our business. He should have it to fuck off due to the sacrifice of our ancestors that built the wealth. So these cats ain't got no right. And these are the only cats that they bring. That's the only cats that get light. It's only if you're speaking against reparations. That's it. You don't hear nobody else getting any kind of signal boosting, getting any kind of mainstream media shine, getting any kind of legitimacy or platform to say this shit unless it's against reparations. That's what the new black media is about. That's why we're here. That's why we have to set these rules in place and proclaim who we are as foundational black Americans. That's why that's so important. So these cats can't slide in like they us, speaking against us, being used against us, because they know that they don't have access to that. They know that they're not really even in the conversation, so why are they speaking on it? You know, I'm going to close this up. I was watching 10 minutes of, I got through about 10 minutes of this Tariq Nasheed video, I guess he dropped, about psychological social media ops or something like that. And there's some things that I spoke about before on my last channel, before it got taken down. Meaning that, yes, they are ops. There's bots. I spoke on this plenty of times. There's bots, automatic ops. There's algorithms that operate like ops. I did a video called Racist Algorithms just to show you, like, on every social media platform, it's like, hold up. So like on every social media platform, the algorithms will flag disproportionately black people from others. That's why you have a lot of problems getting traction, or you might go to Facebook jail if you're sharing some real shit, or you're sharing some things that has to do with our struggle. But then they'll let all these racist cats just pop all the most shit they want to. They'll let, you can see somebody get gunned down and slaughtered in cold blood. You can see half naked people. You can see all that shit. You just can't see no truth, or you can't see the proper narrative or our opinions on issues that affect us. There's algorithms that automatically do that. There's bots that automatically leave comments and automatically, you know what I'm saying, respond to certain things based on keywords. This is a real thing. I know this because even when I be tweeting about crypto, certain hashtags will get a certain automatic bot to retweet it. So that they have these kind of things. And then don't think that they don't have actual ops sitting around somewhere on a computer with a fake avatar stirring up some shit. They could be paid or not paid. It don't even matter. The effect's the same. So understand that with that also goes these clowns like Faizon Love, who might be operating as an agent by free will. So the game is getting thick, especially on social media, no doubt. You got these cats, and it's a good time, though. See, it's a good time to be able to see who's with us and who's not with us right now. So they can't try to double back and sneak in later. It's good. even for like these not Tariq, but these Taharka Bay supporters, right? After everything that's came out, they coming out full support. Some of them are bots though. Some of them are fake profiles. Some of those are profiles that's really him with multiple profiles posting different comments. But it's good though to at least be able to see and identify those that really have no business being around us. It has to be a purge. It has to be a separation. And this is the time. Right now. This is why we're adjusting and cleaning the house. Because the fuckery is getting thick, y'all. Anyway. That's it. Hopefully y'all can hear. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm traveling and I don't got my mic, or my mic cord rather. But I'm out. Thanks for watching.